So today, Cody and I made our way down to Calhoun, Kentucky, and this is a 5-hour trip from Coldwater, but we're installing some rate controllers on a couple of Blu Jet side dress applicators. We'll get into those Sentinel rate controllers here in a little bit, but we're at Fairview Farms, and we're southeast of Evansville, Indiana. So for us, we went through Indiana, crossed the river, and then down into Kentucky a ways. And I couldn't believe all the water we drove through in southern Indiana. They're very wet there, and they're wet here. Now, I don't know if you can see behind me, but you can row the corn down here. It's probably 3-4 inches tall, but they're wet here too. They've been wet for a while. And we're in the shop here doing the install on the rate controller, and we'll jump into that. But John is a customer that we've been with for a few years now, and we meet at the Louisville Farm Show every year. You can count on it. John's stopping by the booth, and he stopped by this year and wanted to know if we could get some rate controllers. He's using standard Raven 450s on his applicators now, but he wants to be able to map. He wants to be able to take a little bit better control of his nitrogen pass, fertilizer pass, I should say, of his corn. He wants to be able to keep track of cost per acre and a little bit more things a little closer, and that's where we come in with these Sentinel rate controllers. So back in February, he gave us the green light to come down and get these installed, and so we're in the shop, and let's head in there and see what we're up to. Cody back there eating his ice cream, of course. Look at that. No, we're up here waiting on this rate controller to fire up. We're in the case tractor now, and he's got a 700 in here and a 1200 and a Spray Mate Plus. That's for the corn planter. We put that on there a couple years ago. So Cody's back there putting some finishing touches on there. I think he's tying in the pressure transducer, but we've got the rate controllers installed. We mounted them up there underneath one of those plates so it's out of the weather. We got all the wiring harnesses in, we got the section valves hooked up, the flow meter, and now this is what it looks like on a 1200 display. So again, I'm doing a simulation there, 5 mile an hour. Got all my parameters. My task controller is not activated right now. But it's showing me I've got my target rate right here of 55. I've got my 3 different rates here that I can instantly select from. There it changed to 60 and then 65. So there's a lot to mess with in this rate controller, and I really like it. It's a rate controller we're going to lean on quite a bit here for controlling liquid on applicators and planters of all types. So Cody's back there putting the final touches on that transducer on this Blu Jet, and we'll get these things out and get them tested. Alright, well, we're on our way home from another successful install trip. We've got the ambulance here in tow, and it's a good thing we brought it, because we did use some plumbing supplies out of it. We were wondering if it was a little bit overkill to bring the ambulance with as much stuff's in here, but we used it quite a bit. Used a lot of zip ties, a lot of plumbing parts, and we got it done. But we left early this morning, stopped there at that diner and had some good breakfast, made it to John's at about 11, and we got the install done at probably 5 o'clock. We ran his shop guys through how to run the get our hands dirty and go install what we sell, and get to work with good people like John there at Fairview Farms in Calhoun, Kentucky. So we're on our way north. We just filled up with some Chick-fil-A. I'd say in about 20 minutes, Cody's going to be counting sheep, and I'm going to have to muster us the rest of the way home. But it's still turkey season in most parts of the world, so I think we might head north up to Michigan, see if we can't get us a bird down. So it's raining everywhere. I talked to guys in Tennessee. I talked to guys down here in Kentucky. Back home, it rained like crazy. It seems like everyone's just parked, just sitting still, waiting. Some guys have corn that's 10 inches tall. Some guys have corn in the bag. So we'll see. Everyone's all over the board. But that's what we're doing today. Finishing up some installs